Did you know there's a skill more valuable than IQ that predicts 58% of your success in life? It's not taught in schools, not measured on standardized tests, and most people have no idea how to develop it. It's emotional intelligence, or EQ, and it's the secret sauce that separates those who thrive from those who just survive. We've all been there, right? That moment when someone says something that triggers you, or you walk into a meeting feeling completely overwhelmed. Most of us react instinctively, often in ways we later regret. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way to navigate those tough moments with grace and authenticity, building stronger relationships and achieving greater success in the process. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share the 4 components of emotional intelligence that separate extraordinary people from everyone else, and the simple daily practices that can transform your relationships, career, and happiness in ways you never thought possible. For years, I studied human connection, what brings us together, what tears us apart, and what allows some people to build extraordinary relationships while others struggle. What I discovered is that emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them. It's about recognizing that our emotions are powerful messengers, offering valuable insights into ourselves and the world around us. Emotional intelligence consists of 4 core competencies: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Now, these aren't personality traits you're born with. They're skills you can develop like any others. Just like learning to play an instrument or speak a new language, building emotional intelligence takes practice, patience, and a willingness to be vulnerable with ourselves and others. And here's the exciting part. Unlike IQ, which stabilizes around age 16, your emotional intelligence can grow throughout your entire life. It's never too late to become more emotionally intelligent, and the rewards are immeasurable. When we develop our EQ, we become better communicators, more empathetic partners, and more effective leaders. But it all starts with self-awareness. You can't manage your emotions if you don't even know what you're feeling, right? It's like trying to navigate a new city without a map. So, how do we cultivate this essential skill of self-awareness? It starts with expanding our emotional vocabulary. Let's try something together right now. I want you to close your eyes for 5 seconds and notice. What emotion are you feeling? Not just good or bad, name it precisely. Go ahead, I'll wait. Now, how many of you were able to pinpoint a specific emotion? If you struggled, you're not alone. Most people do. We're so used to labeling our emotions in broad strokes that we often miss the nuances, the subtle variations that reveal so much about our inner world. Think about it this way. If you went to the doctor complaining of pain, you wouldn't just say, "It hurts." You'd describe the location, the intensity, the type of pain. Is it sharp or dull? Constant or intermittent? We need that same level of specificity when it comes to our emotions. The more precise we can be, the better equipped we are to understand the root cause of our feelings and choose healthy coping mechanisms. That's where the emotion wheel comes in. It's a simple tool that provides a visual representation of the emotional spectrum, helping us to expand our vocabulary and identify our feelings with greater accuracy. I encourage you to download an emotion wheel and start incorporating it into your daily routine. You can find plenty of free versions online. Carry it with you, keep it on your desk, or make it your phone's lock screen. The more you use it, the more natural it will become to identify your emotions with precision. And here's a bonus tip. Once you've identified your emotion, take it a step further and ask yourself, what's the story I'm telling myself about this situation? Now let's talk about what happens when those emotions start bubbling to the surface, especially the ones that tend to hijack our better judgment. Anger, frustration, anxiety. We've all been there, right? That moment when you feel a surge of emotion rising up and you just want to react, to say or do something, anything to release the pressure. But here's the thing. Our initial reactions are often driven by our reptilian brain, the part of our brain responsible for survival instincts like fight, flight, or freeze. It's a powerful force, but it's not always rational or helpful, especially in our modern world. That's why the single most important skill in emotional intelligence is the pause, that micro moment between feeling triggered and responding. It's that split second where you choose to hit the brakes instead of slamming on the gas, creating a space for conscious choice rather than impulsive reaction. And it's not easy, believe me. Our brains are wired for efficiency, and that often means defaulting to familiar patterns, even if they're not serving us well. But with practice, we can train ourselves to recognize those triggers and create a little distance between the feeling and the action. So how do we do it? How do we master the art of the pause? It starts with a simple but powerful tool, your breath. When you feel emotionally activated, try this. Take one deep breath while silently counting to 6. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 1, exhale for 4. This deep, intentional breathing does more than just calm your nerves. It actually activates your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thinking, decision-making, and impulse control. Now let's talk about the other side of the coin, social awareness. It's not enough to just understand our own emotions. We also need to develop the ability to tune into the emotions of those around us. And that's where empathy comes in. Empathy is often misunderstood as simply feeling sorry for someone, but it's so much more than that. It's about stepping outside of your own experience and trying to see the world through someone else's eyes, feeling what they feel, and understanding their perspective, even if you don't agree with it. And let me tell you, in a world that often feels increasingly divided and polarized, empathy is not a soft skill. It's a superpower. It's the key to building bridges, resolving conflicts, and creating meaningful connections across differences. But here's the thing about empathy. It doesn't come naturally to most of us. We're wired to focus on our own needs and perspectives, and it takes conscious effort to shift our attention outward. That's why the most undervalued aspect of emotional intelligence is genuine curiosity. When someone is upset, angry, or shutting down, most people either argue back or try to fix their feelings. Both approaches fail because they miss the fundamental human need to be understood. Think about a time when you were going through something difficult. Did you want someone to tell you how to fix it? Or did you just want to feel heard and validated? We've covered a lot of ground today, from the importance of self-awareness and emotional regulation to the power of empathy and curiosity. But I know what you're thinking. This is all great, but how do I actually put this into practice in my daily life? Well, I'm a firm believer that small, consistent actions can create big, meaningful change. That's why I want to share a practical routine that will transform your relationships in under a week, guaranteed. It's called the 5-minute connection ritual, and it's deceptively simple, yet incredibly powerful. Here's how it works. Each day, choose one important relationship in your life, your partner, a child, a friend, a colleague, and spend just 5 minutes practicing this 5-step sequence. 1 presence, 1 minute. Put away your phone, close your laptop, and turn off any distractions. Give this person your complete, undivided attention. Make eye contact, listen intently, and let them know that you're fully present in this moment with them. 2. Validation. 1 minute. Acknowledge something they're dealing with, whether it's a work project, a personal challenge, or just the everyday stresses of life. You don't have to solve their problems or offer advice. Simply saying something like, "I know you've been really busy with that presentation. How's it coming along?" Or, "It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed right now. I'm here for you," can make a world of difference. 3. Support. 1 minute. Ask specifically how you can help. Again, you don't have to move mountains or have all the answers. Even small gestures of support, like picking up groceries, running an errand, or just offering a listening ear, can communicate volumes. 4. Appreciation. 1 minute. Express gratitude for something specific they do. Emotional intelligence isn't just nice to have. It's the difference between struggling and thriving in our increasingly connected world. It's about showing up as our best selves, building stronger relationships, and creating a life filled with purpose, meaning, and connection. The practices I've shared today, the emotion wheel check-in 3 times daily, the 6-second pause when triggered, the curiosity questions in difficult conversations, the 5-minute connection ritual with one relationship daily. Take minutes but transform lives. Start with just one of these practices this week. Track your results. And remember, emotional intelligence isn't about never feeling negative emotions. It's about using every emotion as information that helps you create the life and relationships you actually want. If you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs to hear it. The world needs more emotionally intelligent people, and it can start with you. Thank you for watching.